We're talking about the concept of aka and aka chords and a ritual ceremony of cutting the cord. First of all, aka. Aka is a Hawaiian word. The closest equivalent in English would be something like the concept of the ether. It's like if you want to think of the energy field of the universe, okay, and that everything else is formed out of that. Well, that's aka. And surprisingly similar to the Sanskrit akasha. So anyway, there's a concept of aka. And aka chords or aka threads, it's also a Hawaiian concept, is a metaphor. And this is where, similar to using the metaphor of the spider web. Now I didn't mention it, but can't see it very easily, but the pattern that's on here, which is the circles and the branching lines, is a stylized spider web. And it signifies the connection, interconnection of everything in the universe. A lot of shamanic cultures use that metaphor. So the aka chords, or threads, are the connections that connect us to everything else. Now, you're connected to everything right now by this idea, but only a relatively few of those connections are active. Now we have to borrow another metaphor, and it's like you are potentially connected by phone to everybody in the world who has a phone. But the only ones that are active are the ones you care about, the ones you know about, and the ones you use. Most of the connections you never have anything to do with. They might as well, for practical purposes, not be there. Well, this is a good way to think of these aka threads. And so when we're talking about it metaphorically and therapeutically, we talk about the aka threads that connect you to everything, the chords that connect you to the ones closer to yourself that you interact with, and those threads can turn into chains and cables. And they're two-way flow. So that how you think of someone else, they can also be bridges, by the way. Okay? This is a two-way flow so that both people connected strongly with emotional energy are influencing each other. It's not one way. And so how you think of someone else emotionally especially is influencing their behavior in general, and especially their behavior toward you. And we follow this idea that if you change one side of the relationship, both sides change. And that's how we can heal a relationship at a distance.